what happens in our community, they've got us chasing the bag and not principle and not integrity.
In our community, we've often been led to chase the bag over principles and integrity. It's disheartening when you realize that people you trust have pushed narratives without seeking the truth. I remember hearing my brother say, "She's burned too many bridges, and I don't know if there's anything I can do for her." That hurt. He never picked up the phone to ask, "Mo, what's going on?" Instead, he told millions I had burned bridges before even talking to me. So when I appeared on his show, I knew we had to have that conversation. Standing firm in your truth may feel lonely, but you never know what can happen on the other side. And in our case, we came back together. Recently, Hollywood drama reached a boiling point when comedian Monique took aim at the Wayans brothers. Marlon Wayans, known for his comedy and carefree nature, decided to address Monique's bold statements about his family, who have been a staple in comedy for decades, with hits like Asterix in Living Color Asterix and Asterix White Chicks Asterix. Monique didn't hold back, expressing strong opinions about them, and Marlon felt compelled to respond. In a rare, more serious moment, Marlon addressed Monique's criticism, defending his family's legacy while showing respect for Monique's career. With two comedy heavyweights exchanging words, fans were eager to see how things would unfold. Monique, never shy to share her thoughts, also recently opened up about her deteriorated friendship with Steve Harvey. During an exclusive interview with James Randers, Monique reflected on her relationship with Harvey and how things took a sharp turn after her 2020 appearance on Asterix, the Steve Harvey show Asterix. She had hoped for an honest dialogue but felt blindsided by Harvey's approach. Monique shared her disappointment, explaining how their once strong friendship took a hit after that encounter. What really upset Monique was Harvey's criticism of her husband, Sidney Hicks, who's also her manager. According to Monique, Harvey told her, "Your husband can't be flexing like that." She found this particularly disrespectful, considering their history as friends and fellow comedians. Monique went on to explain that she and her husband were in talks with the same producers behind Harvey's show, trying to land their own talk show. However, the producers, during a meeting, disclosed Harvey's financial details to Monique and her husband, which left them uncomfortable. Hicks told the producers, "Don't share that man's business with us. If you're sharing his, you'll share ours." Monique believed Harvey was complicit in this, further straining their relationship. The tension between Monique and Harvey didn't end there. Hicks also claimed that Harvey monitored how many black people appeared on his show, fearing that too many would harm his sponsorship deals. According to Hicks, Harvey said, "I'm not going to let these people mess it up for me." Monique's frustration mounted when Cat Williams accused Harvey of copying elements of Mark Curry's sitcom Asterix, hanging with Mr. Cooper, Asterix for Asterix, the Steve Harvey show Asterix. The resemblance between the two shows, along with Harvey's struggles in Hollywood, fueled Monique's belief that Harvey was more concerned with keeping his career afloat than standing by his friends. During a viral interview with Shannon Sharpe, Williams didn't mince words, saying Harvey was never talented enough to be a movie star. He argued that Hollywood wasn't asking for someone like Harvey. One person even remarked on social media, Monique went on Shannon's podcast and gave a more reformed version of what Cat Williams did. But the backlash was worse because y'all hate black women. While some defended Monique, others were critical. One user said, "We're sick of Monique. At this point, she's known more for her rants than her work." Still, others believed Monique's outspoken nature was exactly what Hollywood needed to challenge the status quo. Back to her feud with Marlon Wayans, Monique accused Marlon of stealing a joke from her for Asterix White Chicks Asterix. She felt exploited and marginalized when her material, which she had used in her own stand-up routines, appeared in the film without acknowledgement. For Monique, this wasn't just about a joke, it was about respect for black female comedians in Hollywood who she felt were often undervalued. Marlon responded to these allegations in an interview with Shannon Sharpe, expressing his admiration for Monique while denying the joke theft. He praised her for fighting for what she's worth, saying, "I love Monique. I love my sister. If she feels her value is a certain amount, I hope she gets every dollar she's worth." But when it came to the joke theft, Marlon was adamant, saying, "I don't need to steal jokes." Marlon explained that the joke Monique referenced was more of a classic joke, something akin to a knock-knock joke, rather than something unique to her. He claimed the joke was spontaneous on set and not a deliberate act of theft. He emphasized his integrity as a writer, saying, "Stealing jokes is a crime, and I don't steal them." Marlon noted that comedy, for him, is personal. His material comes from his own life experiences, which can't be replicated. "You can't steal my pain, you can't steal my life," he said, adding that his work is rooted in his own story as the youngest of 10 children. As the conversation shifted, Marlon touched on the personal nature of his comedy and his philosophy of helping others by punching up their jokes rather than taking them. He insisted that the accusation of joke theft was simply a misunderstanding. He ended the conversation by acknowledging Monique's talent and saying, "Respect to Monique, but no, that's not how it went down." Meanwhile, a resurfaced video of Monique performing a joke that allegedly appeared in White Chicks sparked debate online. Some defended Monique, claiming the joke was hers, while others argued that yo mama jokes are common in comedy and difficult to trace back to a single source. Marlon, however, maintained that no material was stolen, and he responded to Monique's accusation on social media by commenting, "She's never got anything good to say. By the way, no jokes were stolen." Monique didn't just stop with Marlon and Steve Harvey. She also called out Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. She suggested that Oprah blackballed her after her Oscar win, accusing her of costing her millions in lost roles. Monique believed that Oprah had humiliated her by bringing up her family and past abuse on her show, and despite Monique's calls for accountability, Oprah had brushed off her concerns. In her critique, Monique also pointed to the lack of support for Black women in Hollywood, specifically when it came to pay equity. She previously called for a boycott of Netflix after they offered her $500,000 for a comedy special, a significantly lower figure than what was offered to Amy Schumer, Chris Rock, and Dave Chappelle. Monique argued that her extensive resume, which includes an Oscar, should have warranted a higher offer. She compared Netflix's $500,000 offer to Schumer's $13 million and Rock's and Chappelle's $20 million. Monique's complaints highlighted how the industry undervalues Black women, but some critics noted that Netflix's decision may have been based on business, given Monique's smaller following compared to Schumer or Rock. Still, the disparity in offers pointed to larger systemic issues in Hollywood. Reactions to Monique's outspokenness have been mixed. Some, like one user on X, praised her for challenging the industry, writing, "Monique is the legend we need to expose this corruption." Others, however, felt that her constant battles were hurting her career. Monique's refusal to back down, however, remains a significant part of her narrative.